In today's video, I'm building a trap house in Bloxburg to take all of you guys. And that's because today is Halloween. And if you're watching this and it's not Halloween, Merry Christmas. So we'll name the plot Trap House. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be inviting all you guys in and trapping every single one of you. So I know what all of your biggest question is. Reese's, how are you going to be doing these traps? Well, you might be thinking, Reese's, you're so basic. You're just going to use these folding traps. And I mean, these are good, but they always trap you. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit more custom. And it involves a flush door. So what you have to do is you have to get your flush door. And I'm going to paint the door a different color so we can actually see it. The next step is adding a wooden plank. And you have to use this plank exactly, and then you bring that out into the middle. Next up, I just have a handy little basic shape here and drag this down to floor level. And now if anyone tries to open your front door, oh, they go downtown. Now I know what you're thinking, Reese's, doesn't that mean you're gonna have to be down here every time to open it for someone to fall in? No, watch this TikTok.
Doorbell and put it near the hidden. So it'll say open right here, and then you can just open it. And then, oh, sorry, I forgot there's.
As you can see, when people ring your doorbell, which you guys spam my doorbell like it's no one's business, it sends me a notification to open this door. So there we go, that is the mechanism sorted. So of course that is not what our house is going to look like. We were just testing out if it worked, and it does. So now let's get started on the actual house, which I personally think needs to look very inviting. So we're going to have a nice big front porchway, and then each side the rooms are just going to be 4 along, and it's going to be the most bog standard layout ever because of course we've got to focus more on the traps. So I'm thinking we can have a study, a living room, and then a kitchen dining. And up here we're going to have 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, and that is the layout done. Next up, we need to choose a roof. And I actually discovered something really cool the other day. It's going to blow your guys' minds into oblivion. So basically, it only really works for houses with this design. You're going to pop your gable roof in, but notice I've only put it down the middle. Then you're going to get a flat roof and resize that out. And doesn't that look cool? It sort of just looks like a built-in wall trim almost. I actually want a roof coming out here as well, but you know Bloxburg, it don't like us. I just think Bloxburg needs a massive roof overhaul. It will just be the best update ever. But sadly, this does mean I'm gonna have to custom build a roof. Like, what? In my opinion, the easiest way to do this is to pop a normal roof in as a template. So then you get rid of the original.
Oh, she's a bit of a fixer-upper.
And then we just pop in some triangles. Oh, and you might want a square as well, just for a little bit of roofing. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'd bat an eyelid if I saw that on someone's house. That looks completely realistic. So next up, we need to do our front door. And of course, we have to use this one. And if you're thinking, Reese's, this don't look like no front door, just wait. The pranks are not finished yet. I want people to just think I'm like some really pro builder having like a custom front door. And the thing is with these, you've got to constantly check that they're working. See? Look, those ones aren't connected. But I think I fixed it. Yeah! Why does this front door low-key look like my old locker at school? Why have I placed a literal locker? So now we have got our door that we can copy and paste around the whole house. Anyway, now we've got our first door in. It is time to transform it into a trap. So let's go ahead and pop our basement in. And I think we should just have it right in the middle there. Why is there water here? I didn't even put that. Why is that kind of a good idea? We have them fall into a pool of water. I mean, I don't know what is going on around the sides. And the most iconic texture to be putting in a dungeon basement trap is rust. And you ain't even getting proper lighting down here. And you know what I'm gonna put on the wall? It's gonna be a surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
So now that we've got our first trap in, I guess we can go back to normal a little bit and start actually putting the pillars and windows in and such. And I don't know about you, these types of houses are always made out of linen suburban planks. And it can't be just me. These panels just make me so happy.
I'm very stupid, but I'm very, very happy.
Anyway, for the cornerstone, we're gonna do light stone grey and white. Now, I don't like my pillars popping on the inside, so let's just move this up a couple. And again, I don't give a rat's tail about what this looks like from the back, really. And not this texture exposing my bad custom building skill. Just gonna have to make that plain, put like a clock or something on it. That isn't suspicious at all. This looks so cozy. I feel like an old grandmother called Gail lives here. So we're gonna go ahead adding more of those comforting colors. So we just got a couple more things out here. The first one being the windows. But I think just to switch up today, I'm gonna use factory. I never use them anymore.
Just keep saying it. Keep saying it out loud. And maybe you will convince Hope.
So let's resize it so it looks nice. And is it just me? I'm feeling some cornice. I love that word so much. Cornice. And do you know what I've always wanted to do, guys? I've always wanted to use this round window. And I think that spot right there is just perfect. And there we have it. This is the infrastructure of our trap house. So I think it's high time to be doing a little bit more trapping. If you remember, we actually need to put a doorbell here because otherwise there's no point in having this trap. We won't be able to use it without the doorbell. And we've also got to actually blend this in with the pathway. So I'm thinking dark grey pathway because I basically do these anyway. And ooh, I like that. Okay, looks like it needs to be a tiny bit higher. We could have just normal grass here, and then underneath this, we could have like some pine cone. We could just put some thin plants on there. And because it's so thin, it looks really custom. And then we'll pop in some cute plants. And you guys know I've been loving the tall grass lately. I've also been loving the round bush. And if you want some good colors for your gardening, I always recommend moss, grime, and earth green. They work a treat. And I reckon finishing off this beautiful lawn with these elegant fountains. Oh la la. And maybe just a couple of elm trees. Oh wait, these are called birch trees.
You are dumb.
Not me trying to act like I'm some sort of tree expert. Just shut up and put the trees in, Reese's. And there we have it. This is the exterior of our trap house. And you may be thinking, this looks so cute. How could this possibly harm anyone? That's exactly what I want you to think. Let's head inside and start trapping. If you've managed to scheme your way through the front door, then I'm not gonna immediately make you fall again. We've got to be a little bit fair. However, if you try and go up my staircase, oh honey, that was your next mistake. We're gonna add a trap door right underneath this. So I'll know that you have to jump onto the staircase. But anyone trying to break into Mama Reese's houses, they're gonna be falling to their dark, dark death. You would never notice that. Be honest with yourself. Now this one is gonna be a little bit different. This one is gonna be like a psychological. What I mean by that is you're going to be falling into this musty, dusty prison cell. We're even going to add musty, crusty flooring, but it's going to be psychological because you're going to be able to look into this room here, and we're going to make this look all cute and cozy, even going as far as adding a fake door so they think there's a glimmer of hope. But no! Also, I should be adding some cameras so that when the time comes, we can actually see all of our prisoners. So we'll even make sure to hide some in the trees. And of course, we'll have one in the actual dungeon itself. Anyway, enough creepy torturing for a minute. Let's go ahead and just add in the wall trims and some decorations. I'm going to be using some more panel doors and then some French doors as well.
Oui, oui, baguette.
So I want French doors going into the big open plan kitchen dining area. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is adding some carpets here so they think, oh wait, like I've just seen people get trapped there. Could this possibly be a trap? But really, this is just a carpet. Now, I remember a time when I used to use this table in every build. You know, back in the day when you just had to flex, 2019, when the whole point of Bloxburg was just to flex. If you did not have one of these on your driveway, then no one cared.
The rich always eat together, Bert.
You have to have at least 100 grand on you, right?
But luckily things have changed since then. No one really cares about that stuff anymore. And actually, this is a 2-story entryway. Forget those mini chandeliers. Let's get the big dada out. And what is better than to use these ornate railings? They're just so grand. I think they go perfectly. But I am actually going to leave this one off because remember, there's no other way to get through. We're going to need a way to jump up onto the staircase if we don't want to fall and perish to our death. And to finish up in this room, let's put a console table. And I'm also going to put a painting of a very talented and beautiful person. Me! That's right, a beautiful portrait of me on the wall. What could be better? Thank you so much, whoever made that, by the way. And I'm so excited for the lounge room, which is where we are heading next because we are going to be hiding a secret basement under the sofa. But just before we do that, I've had one genius idea.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
We could just have a little innocent trap as soon as you walk up the staircase that you fall into the kitchen, and you can barely tell from underneath here as well. So next up, the lounge room. So what side should we have that? I'm thinking this side. Okay, here I am in the lounge room. I don't know what kind of delirious state of mind I'm in, but we are definitely going to be needing to fetch this again. Now, if you're a regular viewer of the Reese's channel, you will know exactly what I'm about to do here, because basically, I've done it once before. We're going to be making a fake sofa. Basically, as you can see, I've changed nothing about this basic shape other than the width a little bit. And if you're going to be building a trap sofa like this for yourself, you've got to make sure all of the basic shapes are built off of this original one. So yes, it is kind of looking like a murder mystery sofa right now, but don't worry because we're going to get the beveled. Yes, you were not expecting to see the beveled here today, were you? But you know, we had to invite her to just make this sofa look a little bit more plump. But I guess it does kind of look fancy, so maybe we should just leave it. And even the pillows on here are sadly going to have to be made out of basic shapes. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Now let's just check. It's all connected to the door, but we've got to do one more test. Will it all move together? Perfect. Right, so that's actually handy because we know that it's going to be swinging anti-clockwise. So that means the door is going to swing out that way.
What the Sigma?
I don't know what I'm doing there. But obviously, we don't want this to actually look like a door. So I think what we're going to have to do is make this here a feature wall. Maybe we can put some of these statues either side to cover up the walls a little bit. Door doesn't and the thing is, we don't actually need to be able to get through that door. What we do need to put on it is a sensor. Now, I'm a little bit worried about this. I'm not going to lie. I'm shaking in my boots. Because that is obvious as hell. What I'm thinking is if we add a frame light. Oh my gosh. That actually has covered it up perfectly.
I am the smart. I am the smart.
Some more beautiful portraits of me. That is absolutely stunning. So now, if anybody comes close to this sensor, it is going to throw them under the sofa. Okay, maybe it's better to have the small one, because then if you go to sit on the sofa, then you'll fall in. And let's go ahead and add that basement trap in right now. And this one is actually going to have a ladder up to my secret room. If you fall down this door, I still want you to be landing in a prison cell. But we are going to at least add you a little toilet and a sink so you can survive in here. And once again, my sides of the fences are going to be all beautifully decorated. I'm even going to put like the fake sofa in here just to rub it in their face. And how we're going to get into my secret room is through a flush door out here. So now we just need to cover it up, but at the same time without covering it up too much. So how we're going to do that is by having a carpet, because if you didn't know, you can actually fall through carpets. Then we'll move that back there. And okay, that does look a little bit sus, but not so suspicious that I'd think, oh no, I'm not going to sit there. And since this room's already got a trap, there's no point in adding another one. And of course, we'll finish this room off with some fire. So let's pop some beams in. We'll also quickly do my little room, which doesn't need to be fancy at all. It just needs a computer. Next up, we have the study. And I already know what trap I'm going to do in here. But first, let's at least place in the regular things. Also, I'm going to add one of those lamps, you know, that like banks have. They're green, square, rectangular lamps. Everything's looking normal so far. Very homely, very normal. But what is the final thing you can put in study? Bookcases. And what do we have in Bloxburg? A hidden bookcase door. And once again, I'm actually using your guys' idea for the book colors. And then we'll have a light with a reading chair. We've got to strategically place this. What I think we should do is actually go in quickly. Keep my head down. Don't want to spoil it yet. Basically, keep it locked and permanently open. So that way, if someone makes it into the study, they're going to be very intrigued. And basically, in here, I'm just going to do the oldest trick in the book. Just 2 big trap doors so that you're going to run in all excited, but you're going to fall straight in to another one of my traps. And once again, I want the person who falls into here to get soaked. So they're just going to fall into a deep, dark pool. Oh my gosh, imagine falling into this. That's terrifying. So finally now, we have like the back rooms. Well, not the actual back rooms. Now notice how I've actually placed a window here rather than a back door. That is because once you're in this house, I'm not having you escape in. But yeah, I also don't really like whatever the hell is going on here. Because basically the staircase made this all unequals pequals. So I think the dining room is actually going to be one of the only rooms that is not booby trapped. And actually, I think I've been going about this the wrong way. I think we should add an option to escape. Make people think they can, but in reality, we're just adding a couple more of those traps. And then I want to find a sign that says, like, you'll never leave. You can't. Okay, let's just put that.
12 seconds later.
As for the kitchen, I'm thinking we can add a trap here. We'll pop these in. Now, and then I think right here in the middle is where we're going to put our trap. So each side, we're going to have a cabinet, but this side is going to have a secret door. And that works perfectly because remember here is a trap room anyway. And since we're using cameras in this build, I ain't see a reason why we can't add one right there. So you might be wondering what I'm going to do here. Well, we're basically going to be doing a similar thing to the sofa. Of course, rather than having a sofa, we're going to want a fridge. And is it just me? That kind of looks like a pig's nose. Anyway, I have a feeling this isn't going to have worked, but let's just go and check. And if not, then we can obviously fix it. Okay. I think at some point in all of that fuss, I must have accidentally got rid of this structural. Yeah, boy. And when you fall into the kitchen, I'm again going to make it psychological by just putting a bunch of pans in here. And we're just going to give you one tiny sink. What is more hellish than having to do the dishes Now, you might be thinking, Reese's, what do you mean that was the last trap? Don't we have the whole of upstairs? Yes and no. I'm actually not going to be putting any bedrooms upstairs. It's all going to be a ruse. So all of these are just going to be completely barricaded if you try to walk into any of them, apart from the master bedroom. If somehow you do make it into this room, we're actually switching up in here to be diamond. Yes, I thought of a great idea. The storyline of this house is that it's basically storing these really valuable jewels. So once again, we can add another of these trapdoors right here. And then finally, we'll add the flush doors there. Then you will finally be allowed into this room. But there we have it. The trap house is done. All that is left to do is catch some unsuspecting victims. So chickens, while we wait for all of our imposters to arrive, this plot only values at 361,000, which for a house which is storing millions of dollars sounds pretty good to me. So I also think before we join, we should check out a few of our traps. So they'll ring the front door. I'll press the open button. And oh, but people are coming so quickly, so I need to go and hide. And I moved my desk into this room. View our security cameras. Oh my gosh, look. It actually worked. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Oh, she's trying to escape it, is she? So let's see if they can actually work out how to get in. Oh my gosh, Nicole is inside. Right, we've got to find the right camera to see her. Come, lounge. Let's see if she comes in.
Come here, yeah.
Sit on the sofa, Nicole. Why is it not opening? Maybe I have to get close to it. Oh, sugar. I've just exposed myself. I've just exposed my hiding spot. No. Oh my gosh, someone fell into the river. Oh my gosh, the squirrel made it in. The squirrel man made it in. He's in the study. Is he gonna, he's not gonna fall into that again, is he? He's not stupid. He's coming upstairs. He fell into the kitchen one. Nicole fell as well. Oh my gosh, look at them all in the entryway one. Okay, Nicole has made it in. Is she gonna make it up to the money? She's made it over that one. Will she get trapped by the kitchen? Let's see. Oh, you can't. I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm very sorry. Lots of secrets here. Oh my gosh, someone's going to the fridge. Go closer. Oh, Nicole! She made it out of the dirty dishes. Oh no. By adding these dirty dishes, you can escape. But no one has made it upstairs to find the money yet. Oh my gosh, Rise is going upstairs. Careful, girl. There's a trapdoor right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, they've made it into the room. They've made it in. All they have to do is realize there's a flush door right here. This house is musty. We've got someone else looking for the money. Oh no. Maximilian. Oh! Okay, these guys have not managed to find my treasure, so I'm gonna reveal it to them now. So have to come up here, we have to avoid the trap. Here's the moolah! Woo! So there we have it, guys. I hope you like watching me build my trap house and watching all these people fall through my traps. Bye!